Hey, what's up you guys? Hope you're all having a good day. Now today's video we are going to be ranking the Premier League home kits for the 2025-26 season. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Alright, as always team, we have a handy dandy tier list to help us out. And we've got some cool, or kind of cool, names for each of the tiers. So we have Burn It With Fire, that's reserved for the worst of the worst. Then we have Staying on the Rack, those are for the bad kits. You know, aren't so bad that they're an aversion to the eyes, to the point where they're like just okay. You know what I mean? Which is mid, which is for they're okay kits. Spoiler alert, the vast majority are going to be in here. Going to be in mid. Next up, we have World Class, this is for the good kit. And finally we got GOAT, which is of course, or I should say actually, GOAT Id, which is for the best of the best. So first up, we have Arsenal, sort of the main body, which is red, and then they've sort of got the sleeves and the collar, which are white, with sort of some red, like red lines throughout. I'm trying to see if there's anything particularly cool about the pattern, whether that will get it some extra points. I can't really tell. Unfortunately, when I tried to click on the thing to give it more information, 40 headlines thing was just being stupid. I think this is an example of it's just okay. It's just okay. So we're gonna put it in mid. I've got their kit here. Yeah, so sort of your typical, I believe it's claret is the color that they have. I believe it's called claret. I could be wrong. But claret and this sort of light blue, which, you know, surprise, surprise. Those are, of course, their team colors. They've got some cool detailing on the sort of trim here. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but we're going to go with it. I'm not too sure about the collar, eh? Because it's got something that I don't necessarily like about it, I'm going to put it in Staying on the Rack. But it could be mid as well. So Bournemouth, we've got red and black stripes. Oh, that's kind of cool. They've got like some sort of like diagonal like gradient sort of thing going on, which I appreciate. They've got black sleeves, then they got black with a little bit of gold. I feel like here's the thing with kits using gold, right? I would appreciate it more if it was like referencing them winning something. You know what I mean? Because like Arsenal did that like a couple seasons ago, and I'm like, would have been cool had they won the league. I would have been like, that's dope. I definitely appreciate it. But just adding a little bit of gold, like for no reason when you haven't won anything, is a bit silly. I think I like, had it not had the gold, I think this would be higher up, maybe even sneaking into that world class, because I like the sort of gradient thing going on. Because of the gold situation, we're putting it in mid. It gets docked points, unfortunately. So Brentford, as per usual, it's red and white stripes, but they've got this weird curvy thing going on. Yeah, and then they've got sort of a half collar with a white line through it. Don't think I like it. I'm sorry, the curves aren't doing it for me. Yeah, nah, I'm sorry. We're putting this in Staying on the Rack, I'm afraid. So Brighton, blue and white stripes. And then they've interrupted it with their shirt sponsor, which I don't think I appreciate. But I suppose you can't really do much about it, when you have to put the sponsor there in the middle. This might be Staying on the Rack. And I'm usually the type of person who doesn't really take that into consideration, just because I know the fact that a lot of the time brands will have very strict guidelines in terms of how much you can like mess with the logo, because I know other creators put a lot more emphasis on it. But this is a situation where I'm going to have to agree with them. It'd be interesting to see if anyone agrees with me on that. Oh, Burnley might have cooked here, you know. They might have cooked here. They've got the claret, right? And then they've got the blue on the collar, the trim. But they've matched it. They've incorporated the kit logo with the rest of their design, which I really appreciate. And then they've got also like, it's not just the plain shirt though. Like for me, right, if you're doing something cool and a little bit different, that means you're kind of swinging for the fences for me, right? It elevates both the ceiling and the floor, if that makes sense. And this is a case where I think they've done it very, very well. I'm going to put Burnley in world class, which is wild considering they're probably going to get relegated in it, let's be real. But they got a cool kit, so at least they've got that going for them. Okay, so quite a plain looking kit, except for this sort of gradient situation that they got going on. I can't really tell what it is, though. It's not really doing much for me. I'm going to put this in mid. But please let me know down in the comments if you know if there's any significant towards the pattern or if it's just that, a pattern. Oh, Palace, you guys cooked last year. I really like their... at least I'm pretty sure I rated their kit quite highly last year. Because they incorporated their logo in their stripes, which I really digged. This is just, you go in just back to basics, really. Yeah, it's okay, but I don't hate it, but I don't like it. So of course it's going in mid. So they've got a little watery, sort of a water themed design going on here, which I assume is a nod to the new stadium. And then we've got sort of this like white detail around the collar there. Do I rate it enough? You know what? I'm putting it in world class, which that might bump up Burnley to goated, you know. Full of them. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. All right. So we got white kit. I'm not sure if I can see any detailing here. It's a bit hard to tell based off of the image that I've got in front of me right now. It's not doing a lot for me, guys. I'm not really a fan. I'm sorry. You got the black and white lines, and then you got these sort of random black lines here, just like segmenting it in weird places. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put this in staying on the rack, and you know what? It could get put in Burn It With Fire. It really could. Leeds United. We've got a Red Bull kit sponsor, blue lines, white shirt, and then they've got sort of this like arrow motif going around the trim. There's not really a lot going on. I'm gonna go mid. We got a red kit. Surprise, surprise. Again, they've incorporated this weird white line sort of like around the like midsection. Like, oh, is that like a proper collar? It kind of is. Okay, I appreciate that. It's very hard for me to say nice things about a Liverpool kit considering I support United. I think it's a bit outrageous to bump it up any higher than mid. I think the rest of it's okay. The collar's pretty cool. I'll give them that. The collar's pretty cool. I'm gonna be honest. If it wasn't a Liverpool kit, I'd probably put it. I would be more tempted to put it in world class, but it gets stocked points because it was a Liverpool kit. Is that bias? Yes, it is. Because you'll find football brings out bias in people, and you're a liar if you think otherwise. Okay, so Man City. Okay, so similar collar to Liverpool. Okay, and then they've got this sort of white sash thing going on, and then they have this weird white lines going on, like halfway through, which I don't like. Either do it all or don't do it then. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like the half and half situation. So we're staying on the rack. So up, we have my team, Manchester United. So yep, red kit, which surprises no one. And then we've sort of got this black and white collar situation going on, and it looks like a weird half and half collar. Don't think I like that. Maybe some detailing around the sleeve area, but I can't really tell what it is. And then we've got like this weird, nearly all the way around situation. Oh, there's stuff that's actively annoying me about this kit. The trim's annoying me, the collar might be annoying me as well. I think that bumps it down to staying on the rack. We're getting to a situation where there isn't too much bias, considering, again, a team that I support, and I've put it in staying on the rack. Maybe I'm not as biased as I think. Newcastle United, they've gone black and white. Sort of this black and white stripe action. They've incorporated the kit sponsor a lot better than the Brighton kit. And then they've got sort of blue detailing in it as well. Bottom ranking that I can give it is mid. Bottom ranking I can give it is mid. Does the kit sponsor element thingy it in? I'm going to say it does. We're going to put it in world class. All right, they've gone for red. They don't have a kit sponsor, which is wild. And then they've got this tiny white lines through it, through the main part of it, and then sort of white stripes, but stopping like just before the shoulder, and then they've got white around the trim. I'm not a fan of this. I'm sorry. It might go in and burn it with fire. I'm just not a fan. Like it's a plain red shirt, which immediately docks that point. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, yeah. There's just there's nothing I really actively like about it. And then there's also stuff that I actively dislike about it. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so we've got red and white, but it's got waves to it as well. Like, and then Footy Headlines one looks way different. So I don't know what's what. Sunderland are confusing me. We're just going to go mid and just move on because I don't know what's happening. Tottenham. Are y'all incapable of making a good home kit? Like, either it's just a plain white shirt or you get this mess. Like, everything centered, blue on the shoulders, this sort of grey hair. This is going and burn it with fire. Tottenham, make a good home kit. For once. For once in your life, make a good home kit. That looks lighter than usual. A lighter colour than usual. I could be tripping, but I feel like that's lighter colour than usual. And I don't know how to feel about it. And then they've got this weird, sort of the blue that they usually have, like weirdly under the armpit, which I don't really like. And then I don't know what's happening with the trim, if that's all the way around. Can't tell. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and assume so. And then they've got this weird like line collar sort of situation going on. We'll say staying on the rack. So Wolves have this sort of black collar situation going on, black trim, and then of course gold, yellow, gold, whatever you want to call it. And then sort of some detailing situation going on. Like kind of something you'd see in like the Hole Festival or something. I mean, I'm probably just completely misinterpreting that, in which case, apologies. I think I'll just say mid. And you know what? I think the best kit might be Burnley's. And then probably Tottenham has the worst. Well, there you go. That is my final tier list for the home kits for the 2024-25 EPL season. Hit that thumbs up button if you liked it. Drop down in the comments below what are your thoughts on this season's kit. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. I make videos whenever I can. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.